Hey, Skiba News Nation family. Welcome to another weekly live stream of Skiba News Nation. You guys ever see me and I have this weird thing in my lip? I do pouches, so I do nicotine, and we might have a sponsor soon that is, you'll just have to see for yourself. But I know it energizes some people and then it chills people out, but it's a way better alternative than smoking, and I don't know why I told you guys this. But anyways, how are you doing, Jake?
Wow, I'm fascinated. You're going to be the next best pusher of Zen since Tucker Carlson, eh?
Well, it's actually Skiba News Nation brand. No, it's the company that makes the little. It's awesome. Lindsay got
container.
it for me.
You got a container thing?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It'll last forever. It'll last for a lifetime, as they say.
You sure?
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
It's not
pretty
snuff,
good.
Good. How's it going, Uppa?
Yeah, I'm still upright again.
Oh, that's good. And you guys let us know how you're doing in the chat. And Jake has some cool stories, and Uppa has some cool stories, and then I got please excuse my sense of humor, an early rendition, and then I have some very special exclusive news that you'll only hear on this live stream and then later on, but as of right now, just here, and maybe blow some minds. So you want to take it away, Jake?
All right, guys, let's jump into it. Obviously, we have some interesting news with Venezuela and the capture of Maduro.
Early today, at my direction, the United States Armed Forces conducted an extraordinary military operation in the capital of Venezuela. Overwhelming American military power, air, land, and sea, was used to launch a spectacular assault. And it was an assault like people have not seen since World War II. It was a force against a heavily fortified military fortress in the heart of Caracas to bring outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro to justice. This was one of the most stunning, effective, and powerful displays of American military might and competence in American history.
Wow. So something unlike anything that's been seen since World War II, he says. And so much so that neighboring Panama Canal made sure to go ahead and tear down the China Friendship Monument after the attack, just so that they don't end up on the wrong side of this and get their own leaders taken out by black ops. Check this out. Near the entrance to the Panama Canal, a monument to China's contributions were torn down. It was torn down Saturday night by order of local.
Here, turn the volume down a little bit. We can't hear you.
Okay, so the move comes as U.S. Donald Trump has made threats in recent months to retake control of the canal. So they're like, it's funny to me because they tear down this friendship monument to China after this big attack happened in Venezuela. It's like, oh, don't get me. We're doing what you let. We're keeping them happy. Now check this out. This was a Jack Ryan clip of him basically explaining the strategic value of Venezuela. And if you can't learn anything from Hollywood, then you can't learn anything at all. Or is that how it goes?
You assume is the most major threat on the world stage? Anybody, just call it out. You don't have to raise your hand.
Definitely Russia.
Definitely Russia. That's confident. I like it. Who says Russia? Anybody agree with her? Hands? Okay. Great. Who else?
China.
Stop yelling at me, but China is a good answer. Anybody? Who else? China?
North Korea.
North Korea. Any North Korea takers? And Venezuela? Anybody? No? Oh, yeah. One guy in the back. A little worried about Venezuela. Everybody's cool with Venezuela? No threat? Okay. Let me ask you this. Which one of these places can claim to have the largest oil deposit on the planet? More than Saudi? More than Iran? Wow. Okay. What about things like gold? More than all the mines in Africa combined? The fact is that Venezuela is arguably the single greatest resource of oil and minerals on the planet. So, why is this country in the midst of one of the greatest humanitarian crises in modern history? Let's meet President Nicolas Reyes. After rising to power on a wave of nationalist pride, in a mere 6 years, this guy has crippled the national economy by half. He has raised the poverty rate by almost 400%. Luckily for the rest of us, he's up for re-election. So, who's running against him? This is Gloria Bonalde. Now, Gloria is a history professor turned activist. She's running against him on a social justice platform and on the strength of, in my humble opinion, just not being an asshole. Analyst predictions, as of today, have the chances of Venezuela's total economic collapse at 87%. On the news, they'll call it a crisis. But on the world stage, they'll call it a failed state. If you've never heard that term, other examples of a failed state in recent history are Yemen, Iraq, and Syria. And if that's not bad enough news for you, well, Venezuela is also the only one of these places within 30-minute range from the US of next-gen nuclear missiles. You will not hear about any of this on the news because the biggest players on the world stage do not want you to. To them, unstable governments are nothing more than the greatest of opportunities. So, Russia, China, can never be the most major threat until countries like Venezuela leave the door open to our very own backyard.
Okay, very interesting. Now, that was Jack Ryan explaining the strategic value of Venezuela. Now, let's hear from Elon Musk why exactly it is that Maduro was a bad guy, right? Here we go.
In Venezuela, one of the first things he did was take the guns away from people. So he basically banned private gun ownership under the guise of, safety. And then Maduro, when he had the election recently, he lost by a landslide and just ignored the election. And then people protested and they got shot. They couldn't defend themselves. That's why you need the Second Amendment. Critical thing. So I think it's worth looking at U.S. policies and saying, which of these policies are actually helping other countries? Like we send a lot of money to various countries, but I'm like, does it do any good? I don't know. I think we should just do a thorough review of do our actions actually help these countries, and why are we sending them our money again? and do the American people, like, we're sending people's tax money to other countries, does it actually make sense? Like, is it doing good to the American public or not? And if it can't, then I think we should probably stop sending money or send less. And then we should, if we are, we should try not to interfere with other countries' activities, I think, generally.
Okay, so summing up, Maduro lost by a landslide and he just didn't leave. And I think it's interesting you have the Dominion voting archives down there in Venezuela as well. So I think the whole conflict of who actually is supposed to be the leader of the country is a big funny question, since the Dominion voting scandal that happened in relation to the 2020 election here in the US. We have here a Nobel Peace Prize winner is possibly being poised to take Maduro's place as Venezuela's leader. And the Venezuela opposition leader. So anyways, that's just some speculation there. Here we have
this comment cracks me up. No, sadly mistaken.
This is very funny. It's Fox Friend or whatever here said, 80% It's great for Israel. I mean, Venezuela. But anyways, this is just a little gaffe I thought was funny considering some of our topic interests over the past couple weeks.
Look at the implications here are really great for the Venezuelan people. 27 years if you package together Chavez and Maduro. Think about that. 27. Look at the implications here are really great for the Venezuelan people.
So that was just a little accident there, but
sorry, I forgot to put on my yarmulke.
As Maduro was brought to New York, he was paraded through the streets. It's very kind of showman-esque. New York. They're just driving down the street with the doors wide open, showing Maduro off to the New York public there.
Good job, good job.
Yeah, they're making a spectacle out of this. I have seen some protesters celebrating this. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, Elon Musk posted today something about how they have now entered the singularity when it comes to AI. By that, he means the technological singularity, the point where progress compounds so fast that normal timelines stop making sense. So, yeah,
that's creepy.
And this is important to recognize because at the same time we have the increase in the capabilities of AI technology, we have over in places like communist UK, the requirement for all newborn babies to be issued digital IDs. And so hand in hand, this is pretty dystopian when you see this singularity, this compound of technology, and then you have these governments implementing things like this.
It's all to do with the digital ID. I said you should resist the digital ID. This is communism at best. And the UK have just announced, and I shall quote, the UK announces plans to require all newborn babies to be issued with a digital ID. But it gets worse. Parents who refuse, i.e. your freedom, could face jail time and even confiscation of their child by the state. I don't even know what to say. This is 1984. This is worse than communism. I said that the digital ID was the start of the end of your freedom. And unless we all resist this, your freedom is gone. It's all to do with the digital ID. I said you should.
Okay. So that's interesting. And here's a little truth ache on X posted this video in relation to fifth generation deep state Psyop warfare.
Oh, shout out, by the way, he has a book that's really interesting.
Who your opponent is. Example, who is responsible for, who's the puppet master behind the COVID crisis as we've experienced it? Who is it? Anybody here know? Was it Klaus? No. There's something above Klaus. Was it Biden? Was it Tony Fauci? These are all surrogates, okay? You don't really know who is managing the message that has been propagated on you. That's fifth generation warfare. Over the last 3 years, Western governments, non-governmental organizations, transnational organizations, pharmaceutical industry corporations, media and financial corporations have cooperated via public-private partnerships, which I assert is a euphemism for fascism, to deploy the most massive, globally harmonized psychological and propaganda operation in the history of the world. Okay, over the last 3 years, you have been subjected to the most massive, harmonized, globally coordinated propaganda campaign in the history of the Western world, full stop. With this campaign, the governments of many Western nation states have turned, okay, this is key, military-grade psychological operations strategies, tactics, technologies, and capabilities developed for modern military combat against their own citizens. These are inconvenient facts. The world that many of us believed existed no longer exists if it ever did.
All right, so considering what he said about psyops and psychological warfare, now let's take into consideration this funny clip that was put out by Netanyahu, talking about how you'll see.
Netanyahu.
Right. Christian influencers. Okay. You said, we talked about the woke right. And he said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant observation. The woke Reich, because these people, you know,
because they said we killed Joker.
Woke left, I mean, they're insane. But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money. Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, basket. Okay? We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers. I think you should also talk to them if you have a chance. To that community, they're very important. And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. You know, the weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well. Okay, and you can't fight with cavalry. That doesn't work very well. And you have these new things, you know, like drones, things like that. I won't get into that. But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are in social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is TikTok. TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one? That's most important. Ed. That's very good. And, you know, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk to him. Now, if we can get those two things, we get a lot. And I could go on other things, but that's not the point right now. We have to fight the fight, okay? To give direction to the Jewish people and give direction to our non-Jewish friends or those who could be our Jewish friends. Are we going to succeed with everyone? No. Will there be a strong counterpoint? Yes.
All right, so the modern battle, according to Netanyahu, is taking place on the fields of TikTok and X. And it is an information war. Now, this is POV Maduro at 0200 on Saturday, January 3rd, 2026. He like wakes up in bed next to his wife. It's like the Navy SEALs are all smiling at him.
Yeah,
hey, what's
you
up,
know what's
buddy?
funny? He reminds me of Saddam Hussein, kind of like just his look and everything, and the way that he was pushed out, and it was just so weird.
Oh yeah, you know he really does have that. Just he kind of has a Ben Affleck look. He looks like Ben Affleck. Oh man. Yeah, there's some theories going around that this was a coordinated step down and that he just wanted he wanted to look good. And so there also is some very concerning things with this, you know, of course, tied to just World War III and how Venezuela could be that incendiary moment for the world stage. Henry Kissinger quote from a speech to the WHO Eugenics Council on February 25th, 2009. Henry Kissinger.
You know who else was a eugenicist? Helen Keller.
Well, apparently there's a whole council of eugenics people. He said, once the herd accepts mandatory Vs, it's game over. They will accept anything, forced blood or organ donation for the common good. We can genetically modify children and sterilize them for the common good. V manufacturers will make billions, and many of you in this room are future investors. It's a big win-win. We exterminate the herd, and the herd pays us for our extermination services. It's a leprechaun contract, and you have to sign on the dotted lines to reap the benefits or the side effects. All right.
I think Helen Keller may have wrote that. She wrote 12 books.
Now, we covered in our last episode the Minnesota daycare owners. These are the actual faces of Minnesota's daycare owners. Yes, this is real.
The Learing Center. I trust my kids with them. I don't know what.
Aliens.
I like that one. Thanks, Jake. Now I'll have nightmares for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So these are the owners of Somali daycares. It's hilarious because you're seeing the left now twisting this and like raising money for the fake daycares. This is Brian Krasenstein. If anybody knows the name of the owner of this daycare, please contact me. I would like to start a GoFundMe, not only for the owner and the money lost, but for their legal costs for him and others to sue Nick Shirley for likely defamation. So to me, it's just like, it's hilarious the virtue signaling that this whole weird paradigm we live in draws out of people. Where
did you do your leering? Was it all in the Philippines? I did all.
Where did I do all my leering? Yeah. Yeah, man. Learing. I mean, it's a big sign. I don't blame them. It probably costs $150 to get that sign made. You know what I mean?
If they all look like that, that makes sense. So.
Okay, so there was this funny thing I caught of the New Year's. A streamer named Stable Ronaldo went viral after winning $300,000 for correctly predicting a GAY couple would be shown kissing during the New Year's Eve ball drop. He put down $100,000 bet. And lo and behold, just like Putin says, our whole, society is pushing one ideology to make us crumble as a culture. And what did they do? They followed the cue and showed the couple making out, and he won. He won big.
Well, I'm happy for him, but sad for us.
Man, I wish I had thought of that. That's a good, that's a surefire bet, man.
You can literally place bets on anything today online, like on gambling websites. Like they predicted the election and stuff. You could gamble on anything. It's so kind of scary.
Yeah. President Trump left his New Year's Eve resolution, and his resolution is peace on earth, and goodwill to men. To all a good night, or how does it go?
Peace on earth and peace to all men. Something like that. I don't know.
What about women?
Oh, man. All right. Well, I think that's a good noble cause. It just shows that President Trump's still going after that Nobel Peace Prize. And
he'll buy it one way or another.
He'll get it. He'll get it eventually. If he has to stop all war forever. Right. Here we go. General Flynn informed Alex Jones that officials within the Trump administration have prepared enemy lists to be neutralized. So I thought this was pretty interesting.
Called the producer right when my show ended at 3 and said it's an emergency. I need to call him. And we had about a 40-minute conversation. He's gotten a lot of intel on what's going on in the White House, who's involved, what's happening, but it's really bad news, but we have to decide what we're going to do. He's going to come on at 11 a.m. tomorrow and discuss it. But there are people at the highest levels of the White House below Trump basically preparing enemy lists and targeting lists of not just us, but our families. And they got the information through the chatter and what's going on. So they know that the public's waking up, demanding action. And so they're basically lining up ways to neutralize people during this movement. And, Flynn can obviously talk to Trump and talks to him, but he's very concerned about Trump himself and what's going on. And so this is the worst news I've ever had in 31 years on air. But we're trying to calibrate how to respond to it, how to deal to it. We don't think Trump overall is bad, but I think the smartest thing is once this information comes out, to have a major public, peaceful uprising to draw attention to it, to deal with it. But there's other options.
So apparently the worst news that Alex has heard in all of his years of broadcasting.
Like your hand.
I like your mouth.
You got to turn off following.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Man, what's going on? All right. Well, this thing
He's not doing the Baphomet hand signal. I promise.
Sorry, ladies
What
and
he's doing
gentlemen.
is that's what pauses, or that's what makes the camera stop. So if you ever see us raise our hand, I don't want to do it because then it will follow me everywhere I go.
All right. Well, that's all the little clips for this evening, guys.
All right, Opie, you wanna play some of yours?
I guess so. I might as well. Here, let me see if I can cue some up here. Let's see here. Oh, crap. Now I got to go back to here. There's live news. Okay, so this first one is talking about AI again, and we're talking about the police and the frog. So let's take a listen.
Want to review that to make sure that's accurate. I just hit the timestamp.
You're probably wondering what's up with this body cam footage of me. I'll explain. But first, listen to this report. Heber City Police Chief Parker Sever appeared before the City Council in late October and informed them an officer had shapeshifted into a frog. That was generated by Heber Police Department's AI report software. It's called Code 4, and it generates police reports using body cam footage. And as you heard, the details aren't always 100% accurate.
The body camera and the AI report writing software picked up on the movie that was playing in the background, which happened to be The Princess and the Frog.
And that's why officers review them.
I thought it was really funny.
So did I. So I rode along with them to see how the system works. I hopped into one of the police cruisers with Sergeant Rick, with help from a couple of people from the department for a demonstration.
Hello. Hi, I'm Rick with the Heber PD. So are you guys watching Netflix while you're driving?
We got back into the car.
Hi.
Hi.
Now the recording is saved. Now I just have to dock the camera and it'll write the report.
And headed back to the police department to see what the AI gathered.
She explained they were joyriding and watching a YouTube video.
The software generated a report. Timestamps included.
Where are you guys heading today?
We're just joyriding.
So the report was pretty normal this time, but still needed corrections.
Picked up a vehicle make that was parked on the side of the road. So instead of parked on the side of the road, traveling eastbound.
Sergeant Rick says writing a report takes about an hour to 2 hours typically, but now he says that every week
I'm saving myself about 6 to 8 hours.
Their trial run wraps up in January, but they say they plan to keep using it.
When funny things like that come up, then we do all gather around.
In Heber, Mai Constantino, Fox 13 News, Utah.
So he shapeshifted into a frog.
That's great. Well, I mean, it is cool though that they're able to use stuff like that, like AI for good in a way,
Yeah.
You got to be good at what you're fighting,
Yeah, but they definitely need to review what the AI converts from the body cams because
That's for sure. That should be at the end of his shift, just proofreading it.
Yeah, well, and I believe that it does save him a lot of time.
Yeah.
All right, this next little story is something I didn't know about, maybe Jake does. I don't know about you, Jeremiah, but it has to do with something Trump has put into place here. So let's take a listen.
Soon have a new monument soon. President Trump told Politico Wednesday that construction on his Trumpful Arc is expected
As
to
soon as he
begin
started speaking, I was
sometime in
like,
the next few months.
don't
Well,
trust
President
him.
Trump wants to recreate France's Arc de Triomphe to celebrate and commemorate our nation's 250th anniversary. Well, the proposed site is at a roundabout near the Arlington Memorial Bridge. It will be privately funded. No word yet on the cost.
I mean, it is kind of DC looking. I mean, there are a lot of things like that in DC, and it kind of reminds me of Germany, you know?
Yeah.
Those great times.
It's the Triumphal Arch of Titus. It's a very significant piece of architecture that has been found in numerous major imperial centers of power throughout the ages. It goes all the way back to some of the ancient empires, and it represents like some type of authority. It's tied to Baal and some of the different deities that were worshipped in those cultures. And then as a culture conquers another culture, they'll build a arch to commemorate it. And somebody who wrote one of the best breakdown books of this for anybody interested is it's the Triumphal.
Gary Wayne?
No, it's not Gary. It's oh my goodness. Hold on. I'm
But I feel like those are all over the world, aren't they? Or all across this flat world, I should say.
They're built in very significant locations, just like Britain. One second. This is significant because here it is.
Have you guys ever heard the Statue of Liberty is a man?
Chad, I'm sorry, Chad. I spaced on your name for some reason. It's the Triumphal Arch of Titus, World in the Bondage of Egypt, under the Triumphal Arch of Titus by Chad Schaefer. And it's the best. Here, I'll do a screen share. It's the best breakdown of this particular topic that I've ever encountered. And it's all about this particular arch that Opa's saying Trump wants to build. And just to I don't want to read the whole thing, but definitely worth looking into. All right, sorry.
It's probably going to be called the Trump Arch, but
I hope so. If he does build an arch, I mean, it better have his name on it. I mean, it's Trump, so of course it will. And that's what Trump does.
Okay, so my next story is about NASA. So let's see what we got here.
Can you believe NASA, the agency that put humans on the moon, is throwing away its own history? On January 2nd, NASA's largest technical library is closing permanently, and the plan for thousands of books is shocking. We're talking about the Johnson Space Center Technical Library, a treasure trove of aerospace knowledge. It contains critical documentation spanning decades, including countless reports from the Apollo and Space Shuttle programs.
Wait, they already
But the
lost
doors are
that
closing.
footage. Or that technology.
The library, established in 1961, is being consolidated into a smaller, purely digital archive. The truly controversial part: the physical books, many irreplaceable, are being discarded, so what valuable resources are being tossed? We're talking about irreplaceable historical documents, original engineering reports, detailed specifications for spacecraft, and decades of mission data. Think
Jake,
about
we
the
gotta go
paper
out there.
trail from the Apollo missions or the Space Shuttle program.
Check their trash bins.
Many of these physical copies
What are
contain
they throwing
handwritten
away?
annotations and
Dumpster
context that just don't transfer to a simple PDF scan. While NASA states that most materials exist digitally, experts argue that the conversion process is incomplete. What happens if a digital file corrupts or metadata is lost? The physical copy acts as a crucial backup. By prioritizing a digital-first approach and eliminating the physical library, NASA risks destroying the tangible legacy of its greatest
And that guy
achievements.
really likes that book.
Is this really progress or just cost cutting? This closure isn't just about making space. It's about potentially severing a
like, "Ooh,
physical
another
link
one."
to a golden age of
Good
space
comment.
exploration.
They're making
Future
it
engineers
digital,
and
so it's
historians
easier to
rely
change
on
the
these physical
information.
artifacts
Yeah,
for
they
complete
want to forget about
context.
Werner von Braun.
By removing them, we're making it harder
They
for
want to
new
forget we never went
generations
to
to
the
study
moon.
the exact conditions and calculations that led to past successes and failures.
Opa, what do you
Now-
think they want us to forget?
I I don't know. It's interesting that maybe they want to destroy some more stuff that they don't want us to see, but it's in the library, so it's available now.
Well, they
And
said
I'm sure
the Johnson Library, right? So that would be
no.
in-
It's the one in the Johnson Space Center in Houston in NASA
Okay.
at the NASA facilities, and I'm sure somebody, instead of destroying it, somebody would be willing to take it and put it in a library of their own. So I'm not sure exactly why they're talking about destroying it.
Well, they love losing things, so just like
Yeah,
the
well,
technology.
Exactly.
They wouldn't be NASA if they didn't lose something.
Yep. You got any comments, Jake?
Yeah, this sounds like a modern book burning, and I
Exactly.
think that the one comment was the main thing is, yes, the reason they're making everything digital is so that they can change it easier, and they can
Right.
also control what you can read and what you can't a little
Yep.
bit.
Exactly. Okay, so my next story has to do with Disney World and a particular attraction at Disney World that Jeremiah and I had been at many, many times when I've taken him to Disney World. So let's take a listen to this little report. Oh, hit that one.
Tonight, during what is historically the busiest week of the year at Walt Disney World, a terrifying moment at Hollywood Studios. A stunt gone wrong during a live show was caught on video and is now going viral. Hundreds of park guests watched as a massive prop boulder suddenly went off track. A Disney cast member was knocked to the ground by that prop that weighs hundreds of pounds. Now, this happened yesterday during the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. Channel 9's
Oh,
Ashlyn
that's
Webb
so
is live
funny, though.
outside Disney World.
I know it's horrible.
Ashlyn, some guests say they thought it was part of the show.
That was until that cast member stood back up, his head bleeding. Tonight, that employee is being
Oof.
praised after he physically blocked that 400
That guy better get some workers' comp or
that
something.
was heading right
Hey, he's got
towards the
balls,
audience
though.
with young
Could've-
children. Flipping cars, thrilling explosions, and intense stunts. Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular has been one of Hollywood Studios' main attractions for more than 3 decades, showing movie magic come to life. This is what one of the riskiest stunts is supposed to look like. But Tuesday,
Look over there, Ray.
the audience watched as the boulder rolled off its track
been there
and
one too many
towards the
times.
audience.
It's coming right for us.
Videos show a cast member jumping in front of the 400-pound prop, acting as a human shield to the hundreds sitting in the amphitheater
funny.
show. Video shows the cast member's head bleeding. Many people
Oh,
now
man.
calling the cast member a hero, saying his quick thinking saved those in the crowd.
All of their lives.
That
They would have
Walt
all
Disney
been
World told
squished.
us safety is at the heart of what we do, and that element of the show will
Sure.
be modified as our safety team completes a review of what
There used to
happened.
be.
This isn't the first time the show has been in the news for a cast member's injuries. An actor fell from a rope 20 feet high in the early 2000s, and in 2009, a Bulgarian stuntman died from his injuries during a show's rehearsal. He was performing a tumbling roll when he hit his head.
Oof.
According to the Disney app, the show is back up and running. They had 6 scheduled just for today. We have reached out to OSHA to see if there is any investigation because of those safety concerns. Reporting from Walt Disney World, Ashlyn Webb, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
I don't mean to laugh. I'm not. That was really funny.
Yeah, but I mean that guy,
That
400
poor
pound
guy. I'm sorry, guy.
rubber, that 400-pound ball, and him, there's no way that he's going to stop that thing. He did manage to make it go backward. So that was
that's his only job, probably, is to make sure that ball doesn't.
Yeah, but he needed help.
A child.
He's like Secret Service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, so my next little story has to do with Elon Musk and Starlink. So let's take a listen to this.
SpaceX quietly installed a Starlink vending machine in Iowa, offering a unique way to purchase satellite internet kits. The machine, spotted by DSHY Tech, dispenses Starlink dishes and accessories at a discounted price. Located in the Jordan Creek Town Center's food court, it provides a convenient option for those seeking Starlink services. However, it does not include the portable Starlink mini dish. SpaceX's aggressive promotion of Starlink continues with retail expansion and various discounts in the U.S. This innovative approach to sales raises questions about the company's future plans and the potential impact on the satellite internet market. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this a step towards widespread adoption or a temporary pilot program? And this is the part most people miss. The vending machine's presence in Iowa could be a significant development, but it may also spark debates about the accessibility and future of satellite internet services. What do you think? Will this vending machine be a game changer for Starlink? Or is it just a quirky marketing strategy?
I think next is a voting machine.
Okay. Think about how hard, if you went back 100 years, how hard it would be to explain a vending machine for internet to somebody. You could be like, okay, look, if you get a hankering for it at the food court, you can go over to this box. And inside of the box, it has another box that you can buy that helps you tap into, things that float over our head, like, it's just so funny. Like, I got a hankering for some internet. Let me just go over to this vending machine, and get myself a little Starlink for lunch.
You notice, though, that the report said that the portable ones, like the ones that we used for Hebrew Fest, they're not included. So these are only ones for like home. You've got to, where you stick it up on a pole or on the side of the house or something. They're bigger.
Which are not cheap. Those are not cheap at all.
They're not cheap at all. No. So I found that. Yeah, you can.
They're expensive to rent too.
Yeah, they're very expensive to rent. Yep. But anyway, I found that very, very interesting. And my last report here has to do with AI again, mainly AI and automobiles, driverless automobiles for that matter. So let's take a listen to this report.
Metro traffic lights could soon have a new color. The reason behind it might make some drivers a little nervous. CBS News Detroit's Kelly Vaughn is live on your block in Southfield to explain. Kelly. Well, Shayna, anyone who's gotten behind the wheel of a car knows that feeling of being stuck at a red light. And luckily for us, researchers are working on ways to reduce those instances.
I've never been stuck at a red light.
And one of those ways is through changing traffic signals. Now, a fun fact here, a Detroit police officer is actually credited with adding the yellow light to traffic signals back in 1920. So now, 100 years later, we might be due to add another one. As more and more autonomous vehicles, or AVs, enter our roadways, traffic flow can improve because AVs can communicate with each other, but they still have to share the road with human-driven vehicles.
That's when the white light concept started.
Ali Hajbabai is an associate engineering professor at North Carolina State University. Through his research, he found their white light system can work when 30 to 40% of the cars on a given road are autonomous. The light itself could be any color or flashing light, but what's important is what it would signal. When illuminated at an intersection, it would let human drivers know that there are enough AVs on the road, and they're communicating with each other to control the right-of-way at the intersection. Human drivers would follow their lead at a normal driving distance, slowing and stopping when they do, or continuing through the intersection if that's how traffic is flowing.
Only thing that human-driven vehicles need to do is that just to follow the vehicle in front of them.
He says the system reduces travel times by 10%, even more if there are a greater percentage of AVs on the road.
But if you don't have enough AVs, it's going to revert back to green, yellow, and red, and you go through the intersection like now.
While a new traffic signal might be in our future, in Michigan, researchers are working to optimize intersections without new lights or autonomous cars.
And the beauty of this is that we do not need any infrastructure-based sensor information.
Henry Liu is the director of M-City at the University of Michigan. He and his team have been looking into the data our internet-connected cars are already sharing to evaluate a traffic signal's performance. They've tested this in the city of Birmingham, collecting data from its 34 intersections.
If the car is stopped at like 100 feet from the intersection, then we know roughly about 4 cars in front of that car.
They then made adjustments to the traffic signal's timing, adding longer or shorter green lights depending on the number of cars.
Across multiple intersections, we can reduce the number of stops by 40% by just coordinating these intersections better.
All right, so the only problem I see with that is what just recently happened. What happens when the power goes out and there's no internet?
Flashes white.
All of the cars just stop. You know, what happens?
Just like leave the world behind.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, she mentioned the fact that, what was it, 1920 or something, where the yellow light was added. I liked the old traffic lights where they had the little flag that came out of the traffic signal. I thought those were cool. I thought those were really cool, and I think they need to bring those back.
Let's start a petition, change.org.
Yeah.
Bring
instead of
back
having
the flag.
Instead of having a light, let's put a flag out there that comes
Flag
out.
light.
Flag light, right?
Not a bag light, but a flag light.
Yeah, right.
It's a
flag
flight.
light.
Yeah.
So that's all the little stories I have. So Jeremiah.
All right. Well, it's time to lap, guys. And if you're new to this show, this is the part where I say, if you enjoy any of these clips that you're about to watch, please let me know in the comments. And if you're offended by any of these jokes or videos, I'm sorry you can't take a joke. So, Opa, can we roll it?
Number 1, number 2. Number 1, number 2.
About the same. Number 1 might be a tiny bit better.
Number 3, number 4.
Number 3.
5 and 6. 5 and 6. About the same?
Yeah, they're pretty much. Can I see 5 one more time?
5 and 6.
You alright?
Huh? Man, all I need, pimp down, pimp in distress. Man, man, help me. Pimp down, pimp in distress. I just need 1 blunt and a 50, man, that's all I need, $1. Man, pimp down, pimp in distress, that's all I need. Damn, man, that's all I need.
On this episode of Tweaker Geographic, we encounter a truly bewildering sidewalk specimen, dressed in what experts can only describe as a confused blend of thrift store clearance and absolute confidence. Armed with a ribboned stick of unknown origin, the subject performs spins, twirls, and skips as if summoned by music no one else can hear. Researchers believe this display may be part of a mating ritual or an open audition for Tweaker's Got Talent.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
I'm sorry, that's not it.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Yeah, that's it. Honestly, so what if I did smoke crack? It's none of your, pardon me, it's none of your freaking business in the first place. You're just
for my
jealous nobody
Canadian
wants to do stuff like that with you because you're boring. You're lame. Write that down. End of story.
End of story. He was He was awesome. And then copyright music, so I'm gonna sing over it.
This bill legalizes sawed-off shotguns.
The best part of grandparents and bees is slapping sweets out of hand.
What's your name? Numchuck. Numchum?
Yeah, Numchuck.
Numchuck?
Yeah.
All right, Numchuck, show me what you're working with. That's why they call you Numchuck?
Jake, you can't do that?
Do it again, Numchuck.
Know that there is a daycare center opening right here in this building. I see you found our magical toy box, Jim.
These are actually forks and knives from the break room.
Jim, to you and me maybe, but come on. To a child's imagination, that's Mr. Fork and Lieutenant Knife and Miss Fork. And we come fully equipped with a restroom, feeding trough, play bucket, and room for a plant in success.
Who will be watching the children?
No one.
What's your name?
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
It's a crow.
No, it's not.
I know.
You look like a crow with that beak on your face. You are one greasy bastard, aren't you? What? How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm just awesome.
How you doing, sir?
You still want to crawl in the tanning bed for about 4 more hours?
Oh, absolutely not. This is real.
Real? Yeah. Real leathery. You look like a Buick seat.
Right? Who's pill popping? I was pregnant. Make it make sense. You don't even add up.
Popping
2
pills.
plus 2 don't equal 4 in your brain.
Pill popping.
Musk was saying that, was going through all of his Doge data, and he was saying we found 250,000 Americans.
Why does it look so much like
over
him?
the age of 124?
That's Hoggle from the
who are
Labyrinth.
collecting.
It does look like him. He has a
uh,
csee backstory. I'll tell you about it
we're,
after.
we're
That
collecting
puppet.
social security. We're collecting. We're
Have you seen the Labyrinth?
workers'
Jake?
compensation.
With David Bowie?
No, I haven't.
What's with all these animals doing this? 88.
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel.
Charlie Kirk relieves himself for the last time before leaving the campus forever. Is this real?
I don't know. This one's Opa loves dachshunds, so I had to find a video of
Yeah, but you
him
didn't
saying
put the
hello.
right music in it.
His heart goes out to him.
The clack. I didn't want to put the same song twice.
Oh no!
You can see me liking it because it wouldn't let me download them. So I liked it.
Everything's propaganda every time I watch TV. I'm like, gee, can you put another fat black retarded person in this commercial? And then my friend's like, hey, Lizzo's not retarded. I'm like, ah, couldn't fool me.
Christ is king. Why is that labeled anti-Semitic?
Because it is.
Yeah, it goes totally against their religion.
If you say Christ is king, what's their job? How are they the chosen?
Right, yeah, right.
It is anti-Semitic. Christ was anti-Semitic. He said, you're the synagogue of Satan. Get out of here, you brood of vipers.
Yeah, that's actually a verse in the Bible.
You're the children of the devil. I don't understand how evangelical Christians read this and are like, they're our friends.
Yeah, they always say they're God's chosen people.
Yeah.
I always hear that from Republicans.
And then who are you?
Right.
Who are you worshiping?
So those last two clips were from a very
have a new color. The reason
were from
Sorry about that.
the last two clips were from a
there's a little
the last two oh no more. I'll tell you when to pull it up. So the last two clips were about or was a comedian named Leonardo Joni. Jake, you might remember her when we met Eddie Bravo.
Yeah.
But me and Lindsay for New Year's Eve, we don't go do date night as much as we probably should. And we went out to a show to see her in Fort Worth. And we were talking, and I told her about the show, and she was interested. She seemed like she wanted to come on the show, and then I told her about TrutherCon, what we were doing, and she gave us her personal phone number and was like, reach out to me after the show. So she's very interested. So I wanted to say that. And then, Opa, if you could pull up that photo, we met several funny comedians. That's me, Lindsay, and a guy named Ali Musa, who has been on Kill Tony. He was one of our openers. He's going to come on in 2 weeks on a live stream with us. So that's going to be very funny. And yeah, his jokes were hilarious. She picks great openers too. Like, she's hilarious, but they're hilarious too. And that'll be on January 18th. And then Opa, if you could pull up this last photo. So this guy that is about to be in this photo, his name is Jimmy. I should be showing their stuff. So he is friends, like best friends, with Alex Stein. And so I didn't know this until I was talking with him, but he was canceled. The show was canceled on Blaze TV, and so he'll be coming on next week's live stream. So I got a pretty cool list of live streams coming up. His name is Jimmy. He goes by JBT, and he was pretty funny. And you can tell that he might have a hand in a lot of what Alex Stein says. I'm not saying, like, this is the conspiracy that I have. But Ollie Musa right there, this is his. He had stickers, and I was like, what a brilliant way to like market yourself. And that's the thing, is like, yes, musicians are great and all, and I loved having them. I loved having Bryson at TruthCon 2025, but comedians, they're always hungry. They are gonna sell out a show. So, and they were so hilarious. Like, it makes everything good. So you hear about, all this truth that's happening in the world, and then you get to laugh a little bit. So I think it's going to be a really cool TrutherCon and something that people will never forget. So do you remember meeting her, Jake? We met her for the first time together.
Oh yeah, I got to
She
talk
opened.
to her after when everybody was hanging out afterwards. I was telling her I appreciated her set. Of all of the comedians, I think she was the funniest one.
Wow.
She was even better than some of the headliners that night, for sure.
Mhm.
And I was really impressed. So that's cool.
Jake, I'm so happy to hear you say that, because I felt the same way, and I know Lindsay did too. And we saw her right before she got big too. Like, it was right before she found her voice, and I knew that she was going to be the most famous person that we saw that night, like, eventually, because she was just naturally funny, and she found her voice, which is, her voice is funny. Like, just who she is funny. And yeah, she's awesome. She's really cool. Lindsay got a t-shirt, and I can't remember what it says. Something about like anti-feminism shirt. It's pretty funny. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, guys, that's all I got.
How about a TrutherCon ad?
Yeah, let's play this latest TrutherCon ad.
What it costs. I want to know what the truth is. And I hope that people, my son, anybody, if my name comes up, whether you like me, whether you agree with me or not, at least you can respect the fact that he's on a quest for truth. He's on a quest for truth.
Hi, Sheila Skiba here. Just wanted to say thank you for joining us today. I can't believe it's been a year, but we have great expectations and hopes for the future. Thank you for joining us as we continue our quest for truth.
As my mom said, thank you again for being here with us.
We want to rejoice and be thankful for the time we did have so we can share it with others and continue to stay on our quest for truth. This is a time to be anticipating great things, and the best is yet to come. Thank you for your prayers, love, and support. We love you, and thanks for being part of our family.
Welcome to Truth or Con. Our vision is to grow the largest and most profound exposition of truth in the modern age. Here, no truth is beyond reproach. We're here with a common goal, and not everyone will agree with you. My name is Jake Grant, and I'm a co-host of Skiba News Nation. Now, some of you may even be here because of that very name, Skiba. What we want for Truth or Con is to be an amazing opportunity for you guys to connect with one another, for us to ask hard questions for the presenters that are coming up, because we're all here with a common goal, to seek after truth together. Seek after truth together.
Oh no, what's happening?
Look out. Exposing the lies. TruthOrCon.com.
Truth is back, baby.
Truth.
It's back.
Truth is back. Truth's a taco.
What does that mean? You said that twice now.
I know, because every time it comes out of the ground, it looks like it's about to say truth's a taco, and then it says truth is back. So I was like,
I never saw that. Truth's a taco. Well, that is true. Truth's a taco.
It's a layered taco.
I'm gonna make a T-shirt that said "Truth's a Taco." I put out like 3 new designs in our Skiba News Nation shop, and one of them is kind of, like may or may not have a cuss word in it, but it's starred out like it's like a rock and roll shirt. You know what I mean? And then I have one that says symbolism in like a Metallica font, and there are no symbols in it. It's just my weird sense of humor. I can be artistic and autistic in my shop because I have control of it. So go check out our SkibaNewsNation.com and check out our merch.
Nice.
Anywho, you guys got anything else?
That's all for me.
Not for me. Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we love you guys, and thank you for being here. And adios, amigos.
Bye-bye.